scene. Back on that YouTube Jacob's ladder scene, yo, I was watching a few videos on Facebook, and I just see brothers and sisters, they losing their mind, just walking in droves, like you know, like the white man, he feared them. And let me tell you something, man. If you think for a second that this white man, he's stupid and he's not prepared for anarchy and riots on a certain level, you're a fool. You're an idiot. This man, he's ready for you to rebel. You see how them Chinese and people in France is riding? On some levels, he's ready for that. Now, it's only if the Most High is with you or with your riding or your buffoonery, because some of it is buffoonery. I don't care what anyone says. It's not for a just purpose or you're just trying to do anything. You're just wilding, man, out in the streets, just walking in packs and wilding. Most likely gonna have a lot of us get killed too, because it's coming down to this: the system is breaking down, but the white man, the devil, he's not giving this up without a fight. He's gonna fight, and he's gonna do whatever he gotta do to hold on to this system. And there's gonna be casualties of war. There's gonna be some casualties. But those who walk in the faith and who use wisdom, those are the ones who are going to prevail in the spirit of Yhwh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. They're going to prevail. But a lot of brothers and sisters, they're not going to prevail, because the Most High, he's not tolerating any damn foolishness. He's not tolerating it, and it's coming down to that. It's coming down to the Most High. He going to do His will. And there was room to be an a-hole at one point, but now what's happening? The Most High is tightening those rings. He's tightening the rings. Check this out. It says, this is John 11th chapter, the 49th verse. It says, but some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahweh Shai had done. So when the Lord, he came on the scene, he did great miracles. He did great things to the point where the people's hearts, they were led toward the Most High. You understand? Nothing mattered but righteousness and serving the Most High, because this was a new guy on the block, and he spoke like no one ever had spoke before, to the point where they couldn't resist what he said. The Lord said, his sheep heareth his voice. Then he put a lot of the leadership to shame. So there were droves of people that followed Yahweh Shai, and this put fear in the leadership. But if you're walking around in Compton or Brooklyn or different parts of Seattle, Washington, and you just being a straight up niglet, the white man don't fear that. He don't fear that unless the Most High let things go down. But a lot of people, they just performing in their wickedness. And when the Lord, when he was on the scene, it wasn't that way. I'm not saying it wasn't riots, and I'm not saying a riot can't be successful. But you better believe there's going to be a lot of casualties of war, because this man, he's not playing. He is preparing to unleash something that we have never seen before to try to offset prophecy and the program of the Most High. He's preparing for that. So don't think for a second that these are just willy-nilly people in a position of power. That's not the case. Things is heating up. This corona thing is serious, and this man, he let this thing go out. He let this thing go out, and what happened? It backfired on him. It backfired on him to the point where he's destroying himself. But mark my words, the next round, it's going to be something that you're going to think about. You're going to think about the next round, because this is just a test run for something bigger to come. And I keep saying that, and I'm going to keep saying it. So it says, but some of them went their way to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahweh Shai had done. So they had got word of what this man was doing in the streets, raising the dead, turning water into wine, walking on water, making food multiply to feed hundreds. And it got so bad they accused him of being the devil. It got so bad that they had to come up with a plot to put this man to death. The man being Yahweh Shai, who they call Christ. And excuse me for using the word Christ. I'm just saying that for edification purpose. The Most High's Son, the king, his name is Yhwh. But I'll say, I'm going to use Christ just for the sake of edification. It says, then gather the chief priests and the Pharisees, a council. So they had a meeting, the chief priests and the Pharisees, which was the leading body over Israel that was oppressed by the Romans. So you have the same thing today. You have brothers and sisters who are oppressed, and we have a weak leadership, a weak body of brothers who are tied in with our enemies, the children of the Romans today, the so-called white man, the Edomites. In the same way they value their positions and their money and how the people gave them praise, you have the same thing today. You have the same thing today. The Lord said there's no new thing under the sun. So you have a weak, sellout body of brothers, today, and you had that in the past. Today you have sisters, a lot more sisters mixed in that body. And what's happening, whether it's a leadership in the religious community, or whether it's a leadership of our people, so-called Negroes or Hispanics, as Republicans or Democrats or politicians, the youth don't respect them. The youth do not respect them because these people are tied to the government. These people are tied to the system, and it's the same system that strangles us every day. Same system. And it says, and said, what do we? For this man does many miracles. See that? And the Lord did so many miracles. They said he was of the devil. He's doing it through the devil or witchcraft or some sorcery or darkness. And it says, if we let him thus alone, all the men, see that? All the men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place, meaning that their positions, and the people, meaning the nation. Notice how nation is singular there. So they feared that the nation of Israel would be taken from them and they would lose their position as rulers over the nation of Israel to the Romans. And one of them, named Caiaphas, being high priest that same year, said unto them, ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient, meaning of great importance, for us that one man should die for the people. See that? Should die for the people. See? What people? The nation of Israel. So that shows right there is an excellent verse to show the Lord didn't come for all people, but he came for the people of Israel. And he died for who? The people, the children of Israel. Right there. That one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation, see that? The whole nation, not nations, but the whole nation, the nation of Israel, perish not. And this he spake not of himself, but being high priest that same year, he prophesied that Yhwh, Jesus, should die for that nation. Singular again. Nation. See that? Nation. And not for that nation only, but that he should gather. See? He should gather in one, the children of God. Who are the children of God? The Christians say we all children of God. But in this particular verse, who are the children of God that Jesus, the Lord and Savior, Yhwh in Hebrew, should die for? And it says that was scattered abroad. The so-called Negroes and Hispanics, which are scattered abroad, that the Lord and Savior was ordained and prophesied all the way in the Old Testament to come and die for these particular people. So nothing is new under the sun. The Lord, it was prophesied that he would come and die for the children of Israel, and that they were scattered abroad. And the Lord, he scattered us abroad because why? We broke the commandments. We broke the Lord's commandments. So what happened? He scattered us into all four corners of the earth. And when we were scattered into all those four corners of the earth, we worshiped other gods. We were into idolatry. We were into homosexuality, being lesbians, freaking off with the Romans, Greeks. We learned all the customs of the heathens. And it's only wickedly natural that whoever has the power, you're going to go and run over to them. And today, we run over to mainly the white man. We want to be just like the white man and the white woman. So now our women are freaks. Our men are homosexuals. Our kids are degenerates and behave like animals. And we are a broken nation. We are a broken nation. And, all this happened because we chose to follow the ways of the heathen. We chose to do those things. See? So it says, but that all should be gathered together. But that also he should gather together in one the children of the Most High that are scattered abroad. So gather yourselves together. Zephaniah, you're supposed to be gathered together unto who? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. See that? So that's not hard at all to understand. That's not hard to understand. So the Lord, he did all this because what? We chose to disobey him and follow the other gods. We chose to do that. And what happened? The heathens, they ran over us because we chose not to take heed to what the Lord required of us. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. See, we read earlier that we were going to be scattered. Here it's saying, the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods. See that? We're going to serve other gods. Today we serve the white Jesus. We serve Allah if we are following Islam. Some of you serve Farrakhan if you're into that fraction or understanding of Islam. Some of you serve the Chinese gods. Some of you serve the Japanese gods. Then some of you, on a level, you serve the African gods. A lot of you still think you're Africans and you follow and serve the African gods. But the Lord said, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither, see this, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And that's what you're doing now. You serving the gods of the heathens. And that was like one of the main sins that the Most High sent against us. I mean, he was mad at us for. One of the main sins. And it says, among these nations, thou shalt find no ease. What nations? What nations the Lord is talking about that we weren't going to find any ease? All the nations that the Lord scattered us amongst. Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart and failing eyes and sorrow of mind. So we were going to be stricken with all forms of unrest, with weakness and sorrows and despair. And who sent it on us? The Most High. So he did all these things to what? To punish us because of our ways. To punish us because of our ways. So today, the curse is still on us. It's still on us. And the Most High, he's got the curse on us. He hasn't taken the curses off of us. Not at all. But we're in that time where this white man, he knows he has but a short time to live. He knows he has a short time to live. So, that's why we sing the things we're singing now. We sing all the things we sing now because we're almost at the end. Remember we read this the other last week or Saturday? Revelations 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. See that? Ye that dwell in them. So to be in a heavenly position, you're safe. To be in a prosperous and rich position, that's a heavenly-like position. So it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them, and woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. Again, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, and of the sea. For the devil, see that? The devil has come down unto you having great wrath. See that? Having great wrath because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. See, so we in that short time. Or we in that time. But the Most High, he gave this man rulership over the world through spiritual Satan for a short amount of time. A short amount of time. So he knows this. So the rich banking families and Illuminati and super rich, such as the Rothschilds, the Kellogg family, the Kennedys, the Rockefellers, they know that they have to bring brothers and sisters over to the dark side. They have to bring mankind over to the dark side before the Most High's judgment is unleashed. They know this. So they're going to push all forms of Antichrist on this earth. They're going to push that. They're going to push that before the judgment day comes. And they're going to get as many brothers and sisters as possible to follow the devil. You understand? Isaiah 60 verse 1, it says, "Arise and shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people." And the people have been covered with darkness, but not physical darkness, spiritual darkness, the spirit of the devil. So darkness has covered this whole earth. But then when you read on, it says, "But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen, upon thee." So just like Isaiah, the true leadership, the spirit of Yhwh Christ is going to be on them. And it's going to rise on them. And the people going to see it, and they're going to gravitate to that light. Then you read the third verse says, "And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and the kings to the brightness of thy rising." So even the heathen, they're going to recognize that we are the children of the Most High. Those who obtain that light, even the heathen, they're going to acknowledge that. In Jeremiah, the 16th chapter, says, "Surely our fathers have inherited lies." Jeremiah 16, verse 19. The heathen is going to say, "Surely our fathers have inherited lies and things that there's no profit in." I'm speaking verbatim, but even the heathen, they're going to see it. Today, even now, a lot of the heathens are confessing that we're the children of the Most High. They're confessing that. They see clearly that we're the children of the Most High. But the super rich, that 3% that run the earth, they in fear. So they got to do whatever they can do to stop prophecy from coming to pass. They got to do whatever they got to do. Isaiah 30 verse 16, it says, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured." So devour in this case means destroyed us. So they destroyed us through slavery and rape, robbery, brainwashing us, abortion, did experiments on us, did experiments on our women. They did all these things. So it says, "Therefore all they that devour thee," so all they are the heathens. They're all heathens. All nations that's not a part of our people have had a part in devouring us, disrespecting us, killing us, murdering us, raping our women, molesting our children. All nations had a part in this. So all nations shall be devoured. Again, it says, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries," see, here's the enemies again. All thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. You see that? 17th verse. "For I will restore health unto thee." So Israel going to be spiritually and physically restored, healthy again. So the Lord said, "I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thy wounds." And Israel is wounded from head to toe spiritually. Israel is so wounded she can't even think or function as the mighty nation she once was, you so-called blacks and Hispanics. Then on the physical level, we're wounded all throughout our bodies. But spiritually, the Most High is going to heal all thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they called thee an outcast. Who's that? The heathens. Saying, "This is Zion whom no man seeketh after." Nobody wants to be associated or be a so-called Negro or Hispanic unless it's just for entertainment purpose. In other words, all nations look down on you. 17th verse again. It says, "For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord." Because they called thee an outcast, saying, "This is Zion whom no man seeketh after." And that's exactly what's happening. No man seeketh after Zion. So what's the final result? Get your minds and spirits ready. Get them ready, because it's not going to be an easy battle. Check this out. It says, "Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. So that's you. That's you. So no coronavirus should get in the way of you keeping the faith. No lack of income should get in the way of you keeping the faith. No ailments should get in front of you as far as keeping the faith. No enemy who chastises you, throw you in prison, brutalize you, should get in the way of you keeping faith. And this has to be confirmed among the brothers and sisters under you in righteousness. In righteousness, not for money, not for sex, not for gold, not for real estate, but as a soldier and elected the Most High, it's our job to confirm the souls of the disciples and exhort them, uplift them to continue in the faith, no matter what goes on, to continue in the faith. Then it says, and that we must go through much tribulation. See, much tribulation. And that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of heaven. So we got to go through a hell of a ride just to get into the kingdom of heaven. So this is not going to end. This is just the beginning of sorrows. It tells you in the gospel. Just the beginning. So get your minds right, because this is going to be a long, long ride. It's going to be a long ride. This is Brother Bakwa signing out. So.